Hi everyone, Sarah with Multifarious Nature, owner and creator of everything that's on that site. I have Etsy shop and the multifariousnature.com website. If you're returning, thank you for coming back and seeing what's new with Multifarious Nature. For those of you that are brand new, thank you for joining me. Please feel free to subscribe below and hit the notification bell. That way you're notified when new videos are posted, so you can find out the latest and greatest that's going on with Multifarious Nature. You'll notice I have a bit of a different background today. I had to move. We have extremely dark, creepy weather today, so I'm trying to do some lighting with some lights that I have in the house, and I decided to have kind of a fun backdrop. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. All right, so everything that actually I'm going to talk about today are items that are currently in my Etsy shop. So if you remember from an earlier video, I did mention that I have two websites. So multifariousnature.com is mostly items that are either like tools and yarn for like crocheting and knitting. So well, I guess you could even weave with the yarn if you wanted to. So that's what that website is for. The Etsy shop is more finished objects that I've created. So that's actually what I'm going to focus on today, because I haven't really talked about any of the items that I created already. So these are currently up in the shop. There are a few that are not up in the shop yet, but I will be getting them listed shortly once I get decent lighting to take photos. So let's just get to it, shall we? So I like to knit, and I do like to crochet. I'm pretty new on the crochet end of things, but I have discovered, I think it's amigurumi, I'm probably not gonna say that right, but it's their little stuffed critters, like little animals. So that I've actually created quite a few, and they are currently listed in the shop, and I wanted to show you in a video because I feel like even though the photos are pretty good, it is hard to gauge the size, so I figured this might help. So I have quite a few little items here to show you. The first I am actually going to show you is the giant cupcake. So to get an idea of what giant is, this is the giant. He's huge, or she. This is all acrylic and cotton. So all of the little critters that I've created are all cotton or acrylic or both, and they can be washed. I highly recommend hand washing them just to prolong the life. You know, and if you do happen to wash them in the washing machine, which I do not recommend, but if you do that, there are bags that are for like undergarments that you can get at your grocery store for relatively inexpensive. And I would put these in there and then wash them in a gentle cycle if you just don't want to hand wash them. But I would. And then definitely leave them out to dry, just in an open air environment. Do not put them in the dryer because, like I said, they're mixed. So this is acrylic and then also cotton. So the cotton would shrink quite a bit compared to the acrylic. So I do not recommend putting them in a dryer. And then I've got these little crocheted cheeks on here. But these are just super fun toys for kids if you want something that they can help use their imagination, and their hands, you know, they're washable. So with kids, you know, sticky fingers and all that, washable is good. So I've got this little guy in the shop. And then, of course, the giant cupcake needs to have a body, right? So I have the regular cupcake size. So this is the regular cupcake size. This one is all acrylic for this little guy. And just so you can get a size comparison other than against me, there's your giant and then there's your regular cupcake. Again, washable, hand washable, but washable. This little guy's so fun. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's a jellyfish. So cute, so cute. So you have all these little tentacles hanging down. This is all cotton, so washable, definitely hand washable, and lay out to dry again. I do have others that I'm going to be working on. I made one for my mom's friend for her baby shower that actually had a strand of yarn that is crocheted, a single crochet that goes across, and she could totally remove that if she wanted to. This one does not have that, but it had that so that you could like hang it on the door. You could hang it, you know, above baby's bed, you know, in their crib, so they could kind of play with it and look at it. And but this currently is just without the little hanging, so if you make him swim. So fun little toy, and this one's all cotton. Next, a couple bigger ones here. Actually, you know what? Before I get to those, I'm gonna do this one. So these I have listed as a set in the shop. Little cups. They have cute little handles on there. All cotton again, and acrylic. So definitely hand washable. The little cheeks. They're not an identical set, but they are like siblings or cousins. So similar, not the same, but very similar. And it could be coffee, it could be hot cocoa, tea, totally up to your little one's imagination. So you can see the size here, get your little handle. Very much the size of like a little actual coffee cup. The proper 8 ounces, which most of us, myself included, do not usually stick to the 8 ounces. The American cup of coffee is like 12 ounces, am I right? You know it's true. All right, and then the other little kind of like a play food, got a little donut. They all have like cute little faces, and then this has little sprinkles on top. I should also mention, all of these are not original patterns. I did not come up with these designs. They are from, I have to look down in my notes, but Lauren Espy is her name. And she has a book actually, so you could buy that if you wanted to create them yourself. So that's where the actual patterns came from. I kind of took liberty with some of the coloring, of course, but the actual original patterns are from her. So I'll include her name down below to give her credit, of course, for her hard work of creating the patterns. But now back to the little fun goodies. So this is a little duck. He's little, but you can see he's actually not tiny. Decent size. Little duck. He's got his little flippers, little feet, and then flippers. His feet. He has these little wings that have some detailing on them. Those sides, and his little beak. Again, mostly acrylic, but there's also cotton mixed in as well. So that's the little duck. Mallard, and then a couple other fun little buddies here. So for those who like turtles, who doesn't like a turtle, right? This little turtle's cute. His face is slightly turned to the side, so he's looking at you. You can see he's definitely a larger little stuffed toy. And we've got this little guy's got his flippers. This is the little turtle. Again, acrylic and cotton. And last but not least, with the little stuffed critters, I have a bunny. I love this little bunny. He is so cute. I want to hang on to him so badly, but I'm just not gonna do that. I'm gonna put it out there for the world to enjoy. And he comes with a little carrot. And he is acrylic, and he is all acrylic. And I should also mention there's acrylic batting in all of these. So there's no beads or anything. It's acrylic batting. and the little eyes are sewn on. And then his little carrot is actually removable. So you can see he's got like a little single crocheted strand on the back here so that he can hold onto it. And that's his little carrot. Actually not little by any means, it's a large carrot. So that's a set. The little carrot comes with the little bunny rabbit. So that's Bunny. Isn't he so cute? I just love his little ears, and it just looks like he's coming to hug you. Isn't that adorable? Oh my goodness, I love him. All right, so those are the little stuffed animals and critters that I have currently in the Etsy shop, and I will provide the link below. You can also find it by searching Multifarious Nature in the Etsy search bar with no spacing. Etsy's a little strange like that, so that's why I'm going to definitely include the link to the Etsy page, because sometimes it's hard to find people on Etsy, I find, which personally is a little irritating, so I don't really like that very much. So some more crocheted items and knit items that I have in the shop are hats. So now that it's getting colder out, I'm sure many of you are starting to bundle up, and some of these are not listed yet, but they will be soon. So this one is currently in the shop listed, and this is a slouchy hat. I know a lot of people like those slouchy hats. And this is acrylic, and it has a lot of fun fall colors. It was a multicolored skein of yarn. There's these fun little like bobble detailing. A lot of nice earth tones in there. I do quite enjoy this hat. So there's that one, and I'd say it's like a medium to large. It's a looser fit hat, so it's not gonna like mush your hair, which some things do mush your hair. So that's the nice part about these slouchy hats, is they don't do that. Here's another fun one. This one's a little bit more on the wild side. So this is again, I want to say it's a cotton, or not a cotton, goodness, acrylic, but it looks almost silky. It's really shiny, multicolored. You've got blues, greens, purple, pink. This is again a slouchy hat, and it has those little bobbles in there. So again, this is going to be a looser fit, so it's just not going to mush your hair, but it will stay on your head. So that one, this one's a little bit kind of a fun one. It's again your slouchy hat. This is a wool blend, wool acrylic blend, and you have your grays. It's again a variegated yarn. So you've got the grays, your white. This one is just a slightly smaller size, so it's a little bit tighter than the other two, but not by much. It'll just hug the top of your head a little bit more. And then I have a bunch of beanies, because you know beanies are awesome, and these are double thickness beanies that I used my knitting loom to make them. Knitting machine, knitting loom. So it's a machine, so it's much quicker. You're cranking it. So this is a beautiful variegated yarn, and it is double thickness. So when you roll up your edge, you can see that. These are, I'd say, are all like a medium sized beanie. Of course, they stretch, right? But they're all double thickness. So they are completely double thickness all the way through. So it's nice and warm. This is very soft. This is an acrylic blend, but it just feels, oh my goodness. Some of these acrylic blends, they're just amazing. So the nice thing about acrylic, of course, is it's very washable. I never ever recommend anything that was handmade to throw in the dryer, but you definitely can like wash this in your washing machine, and I would always lay it out to dry. And then I have another that was made with the same skein of yarn, or I should say the same type of yarn, but it looks different, right? So you've got a little more brown in this one. This is the exact same yarn, so the dye lot, you know, was a little different on it. And again, you've got your little brim, and this one has that darker red on the inside. Actually, both of these. Should take it back. This one has the darker red on the inside. This other one just is the same yarn all the way throughout. So those two. And then this one is all that deep red. It's kind of a brownish red. Oh my word, that's like blowing out my face so bad. But you can see the hat really well, so that's good. Jeez. This is what happens, you know, when you have to deal with auto-adjusting lighting in your camera. Oh well. As long as you can see the items properly, that's what matters to me. Then this one is a striped hat. It is a light turquoise kind of color. It's like a baby green blue color, so I'd call it like a turquoise, but very light turquoise. And this does appear to be reading pretty good in this. It's looking a little more blue in the video, but it's a light mint. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a mint color. And then you have your light purple lavender color in there, and just striped. And as you can see, same on the inside. Just flip it over. All acrylic, very washable. All of these are acrylic. This one is also acrylic. This runs a little bit on the smaller size, I'd say. It still fits, you know, probably the average head, but I would say it's a little on the smaller side. So if you tend to wear like large hats, this would probably be too snug for you. It's all gray. I tend to enjoy the more fun colors and stuff, but my husband said make a gray, so that's what I did. So this one was from the exact same skein of yarn, and you'll see how these knit up differently. So hilarious, but here you go. So there's this one. You can see it created this wild pattern. And then you've got your brim. And this colorway I think was like peacock or something. Seems appropriate. You've got this bright, vivid blue, purple, dark green in there. And then kind of a jewel tone. And then this is that same skein. But look, it's a different pattern. Isn't that crazy? It is, right? And then this one. So these are all more of the like average size hat, I'd say. And one size fits all, you know how that goes. One size fits most. So that are those hats. And then the other item that I have in the shop are some necklaces. And I figured it might be easier to see it on a person. They are all the exact same length. They are 6 strands, all of them. And many of them include beads that are, I'd say recycled. I'd call them upcycled, but I used them in a necklace. I took them apart from jewelry and made them into jewelry, so I don't really think upcycled is the proper term. But I have one of them on, so you can see the length. They're not overly long. I feel like they are just a very appropriate mid-level necklace. They're gorgeous. They're statement necklaces. You could wear them with anything. You could dress up a t-shirt. They would go very well with dressier items as well. So there's this one I don't currently have listed yet in the shop, but the others are all listed. This one has more like turquoise looking beads and just all different types of glass beads and wooden beads just mixed together. But you can see the length, and I'm going to show you a couple more. So this one is, it has, let's see here, we've got some metal beads in here. We have some stones. There's some recycled amber colored beads and a bunch of glass beads and some recycled metal beads. These are all adjustable necklaces too. So they all have these little chains on the back and a lobster clasp. So there's this one. Some blue in there, some amber color. I do like that a lot. And again, these are all the same length, so it's gonna hang around there. And this one is more of like your light icy colors. So we've got a really light blue in there, mostly glass beads. There's a few that are upcycled or recycled that are pearl looking beads that I got from something, and then there are some little freshwater pearls in here as well mixed in with that. Little glass beads, icy blue glass beads. I just love this. I love the texture that these create, and it's so beautiful. And you can wear this again with the t-shirt, or you can dress it up and it would look really nice, especially for like a holiday party. If we have those, maybe very small holiday parties with everything going on in the world right now, but hopefully those won't be something we can't go to, right? So this one has some purples, like a kind of a multicolored bead here, some light pink quartz in there. I love these beads so much. So these are glass beads that are multi-colored smoke. They're so pretty. And then some multicolored beads that again are, I don't think anything in this one is recycled. And again, you've got your little adjustable bit in the back. And the adjustable bits all have little glass beads, so they're quite beautiful and mix and blend in with your necklace. And then here's the last one. This one is so gorgeous. So you've got these beautiful glass red beads throughout here, and these blue ones have a hint of gold coloring on them, and more glass beads throughout, and then some recycled little metal beads that are copper colored. I won't call them copper beads because I don't really know the metal content, since I upcycled them from something else or recycled them from something else. And then again, you've got your little adjustable bit on the end there, and they're all lobster clasps. They do have a decent weight to them because again, they're all 6 strands together. But the length is, again, all this length, so I feel like it's just the right length. You could see it on pretty much any outfit. It's not super long where it would be hidden down under something you're wearing. It's just the right length, I feel like, for most everyone to wear. So those are awesome statement necklaces that you kind of wear whenever. You know, you just want to glam up your t-shirt. I say go for it. So that is it for the shop update end of things, or I should say a view of what's in the Etsy shop. So I will include that link below, and I will include, I would include links to all the items, but these are the items that are currently in the shop. So, you know, I'm not probably going to include links to everything. I might include links, direct links to certain things, but you'll easily be able to find them. So that is it for this week. I didn't really want to get into my works in progress at the moment, because I actually, all right, I'll talk about my works in progress. I can't help it, I can't help it. I like talking about my works in progress. So it didn't really work on my shawl this week. Oh well. It's just one of those weeks. I did work on my slipper socks, so I've only worked on one of the slipper socks so far. I am one of those, I just do one at a time. And I don't really get that, what they call it, second sock syndrome, where you're just over it by the time you get to the next sock. I'm not, so here's what I have so far. It's funny, it looks wild, but I don't know if you can really appreciate it from your view, maybe, but I am loving the way this is turning out so far. So I have finished. This is that yarn that my mom gave me. I have finished with that burnt color, that like brick kind of color. And now I've decided, because of the way the sock, now that I can kind of really see how this is starting to work up, I decided to do it differently than I initially said I was going to. So I am going from that burnt color. So this is gonna stretch to your foot, right? So you have to imagine this is your foot, and it's gonna get smaller, 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 and then go up your foot, right? That's the way this pattern works. So it's gonna have just a touch of that brick color on the toe. This is the heel, this is the toe, and I am doing decreases right now. So it's starting to close this up a little bit. And now there's the toe. So you can see the striping that it's creating. Isn't that cool? And that's what I really thought was cool about the pattern. There's this really neat striping look to it. And it looks almost like webbing. It's the coolest thing. And so this is the decreases going on here on the toe. And then when, basically when I run out of this color, I am then going to switch to this like magenta color, and that'll be just on the top. These are gonna be super wild little slipper socks, but I love it. They're slipper socks. You're supposed to have fun and make them super colorful here. And then, and those are the bees slippers. So quite a bit of progress on that, because the last time you saw this, I was just here. So that's really good progress. These are whipping up quickly. I love it at lunchtime. That's what I'm working on this currently, and I love it. And then my sweater. Uh-oh. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Oh my goodness. That was quick, right, though? I didn't make you wait too long. Okay. I'm not gonna edit this video. I just don't edit. I don't know how to, frankly. So you get what you get, okay? I'm sorry if you don't like it. And this video is gonna be a little longer than my normal one, so I'm sorry, but there was a lot to go through. And then, so here's my sweater that I've been working on, that Pearl Soho sweater. And I don't know if you can see this, but where is my progress keeper? I don't know. Somewhere lost in oblivion is my progress keeper. It's in here somewhere. Hilarious. I have absolutely no idea where I put my progress keeper. Oh dear. I did get a lot done though. That is so bizarre. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting like super sidetracked. That's really bizarre. Anyway, I've gotten a bunch of raglan decreases done. I'm gonna tell you right away, when you look at this, you're gonna go, there's something not right about it. And you are correct, and you'll really see it when I'm done. Okay, I've looked at this pattern so many times, and I looked online to see if people made comments, and they did. A lot of people got confused by the raglan decreases. I've never done them before, so it seems really obvious that I would get confused by them. So I tried to watch videos, kind of helped me, but I looked at the pattern and it said, oh, just do what it says. And I'm thinking, I'm doing what it says. It doesn't look like. And maybe it's just because I'm not understanding properly, which is probably the case. Probably the case. But, oh well. What can I say? So these are the decreases, which you can even see that. It looks really gappy. It looks really gappy, but that's gonna be, it'll even itself out once it's blocked and everything. I think probably a lot of people have that issue. Like even with decreases in a sock, you have like a little bit of gapping, but it will adjust. So I've got a couple inches of decreases going on here. So there's the bottom of the sleeve. So I've gotten a bunch done. I obviously have quite a bit to go, but but now it actually has like little sleeves. Like it looks nice, like it's getting there. And then in my row counter I'm using to count my decreases, because I need to do 28 more decreases. And it's like decrease and then knit around and decrease, knit around. So quite a few decreases still to go. I'm still in the teens, so I need to get to the, yeah, I think like 40 something to actually be 28 more. So I'm getting there slowly but surely. And at some point I will find my progress keeper. I don't know what I did with it. Can't take me anywhere. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I hope you are staying happy and healthy and definitely creating. And I hope if you haven't knit or crocheted in a long time, I really hope you'll give it a chance again, because that's what I did. And it's making such a world of difference for me, just stress-wise. It is really helping. Wow. Ooh, I'm getting blown out. It has been such a great stress reliever. So I hope you'll give it a shot, and I will see you in another week. So have a great rest of your week, guys. Take care. Bye.